Guys, how's it going? It's Jackie here on another Sunday to give you one of my cooking goodness. Today we're gonna do an easy chicken breast skillet with a lime cilantro sauce. It's super easy, and trust me, I'm all about the easy and time and saving money. So here are the simple ingredients that you need to have on hand. First thing, a can of chicken broth. I like to use a low sodium chicken broth because we are gonna be using salts. That's the first one. Almond milk. You're only going to use 3 tablespoons of almond milk. The recipe can call for a heavy cream, but I cannot have that cream in my stomach, if you know what I'm saying. So use almond milk, give it a try. We're also going to use 1 tablespoon of olive oil. You can use any type of olive oil, it doesn't matter. We're going to use 1 tablespoon of garlic, minced garlic, or you can cut it up yourself fresh. And then now some of our dry ingredients. We're going to use a half of a tablespoon or a tablespoon of red chili pepper flakes. So if you have a low tolerance to spicy food, just go on a little, lower side. And of course, we got our salt, we got our pepper. This is what we're gonna use to season our chicken. It's about a half of a tablespoon to half of a, small teaspoon. It depends on your tolerance. You don't even have to use salt, but when it comes to seasoning chicken, you always wanna use salt and pepper. That's the basic seasonings you always need. We want a medium to small onion. We're gonna chop this up. We're gonna use about 1/4 of a cup of this. And then 2 tablespoons of butter. Usually butter that has little lines on it, and I just cut this off, but we'll use 2 tablespoons of this. And you want chicken. We have to have our chicken. We're gonna do, between 4 to 5 nice sized chicken breasts. So these are ingredients that you're gonna need on hand, so hopefully you can run out. But obviously we're making lime and cilantro. How could I forget the lime and cilantro? You wanna have fresh lime. Now you're gonna do about 1 tablespoon to 1.5 tablespoons, and I have a lime squeezer. So this really nifty tool. And if you don't have this, it's okay. You can just squeeze it with your hands. Just be careful of the seeds. And then you also wanna get fresh cilantro. I'm pro for fresh. We're gonna use about 1 tablespoon. If you really like it, you can use 2 tablespoons. So those are ingredients that we're gonna have. If you didn't get it, run to the supermarket, and then we're gonna start this up. Now that you guys are back from the supermarket and have all your ingredients, you have to make sure that you preheat your oven 375. Now as you see, I have mine started up right now. Bake it at 375. You want to preheat that, and you want to have yourself a nice large skillet. And you want to make sure you have the skillet that you can put in the oven as well as on top with the hot, because it's really important that you have the right tools, because you don't want your handle to melt. So this thing, I have a metal handle. It can go in the oven as well as on the stove top. So other than that pan, the only other thing we need a nice little large bowl, because when we put our wet seasonings and dry seasonings in here for the lime cilantro sauce, we want to make sure we have a nice sized bowl to stir it up. So get chopping away, get cutting up all the onions, tear up your cilantro, and start seasoning your chicken. And so now that the oven is preheating, we want to try to turn off our stove top. So you grab the olive oil, open this baby up. Measuring spoon is good. You're gonna take about 1 tablespoon. You're gonna put it in the pot. Okay, so let that heat up for a bit. You just want to put it on medium heat. You don't want it to be too hot, because you don't want to burn, you don't want to burn your oil. It'll start to burn because it'll start to smoke, and once you burn the olive oil, there's no going back. And then you come over right to the chicken. Chicken that we have here, salt and pepper. You want to try to season, each side of it. Chicken is one of those types of meats that you gotta season it with salt and pepper. If you have any other seasonings in the house, that's the one seasoning that you want to have. So just try to season both sides, salt and pepper. Make sure this is raw meat, so anything you touch, make sure you wash your hands. You don't want to get anybody sick, and you don't want to get yourself sick. So keep adding that, using fresh pepper. And like I said, we already have the oven heated up. So when it comes to everything being done on top, we don't have to worry about that, because we're going to put the chicken in the pan. So give it about 3 minutes for the pan to get hot. Move the olive oil around just so everything can touch on each side. So try that out, and then catch up with me. This is game, this Sunday, Super Sunday, guys. Love it. Now that our pot is nice and warm, as we see, you want to grab the chicken. Okay, so nice slice here. When you put it in the pan, you want to drop it down and away from you, because if you have enough oil, say you put too much, you don't want to splash it to yourself. So That's what we're gonna do for each of the chicken. Grab it again, and like I said, lay it down and then put it away. See, look, it splashed right there on the pan, not on me. So we want to cook the chicken, total about 6 minutes, 3 minutes on each side. Don't worry if it's not cooked because it's gonna cook in the oven because I like juicy, not dry chicken. So here you see that it's like cooking a little bit, even though you see the pink. Like I said, you just want to only do 3 minutes on each side because it's going to cook in the oven. And yeah, while this is going on, you know, don't touch anything that has raw in it. You want to start to do your mixture of wet seasoning, including the chicken broth, in the side. Alright, so now that the last bit of chicken is finishing up, we need to have our sauce for the lime and cilantro sauce. That's going to be our base. We got to put everything together. So all the dry ingredients I already put in here. I already put the milk. Now I'm just going to add in the cup of chicken broth. And like I said, this is why you kind of want to have a big bowl that will take all this because we wanted to mix it around. So you have that all in there. Now with the lime juice, get our limer. These things are great. If you have this, make sure that you put the lime face down. I know it fits that, but once it comes to you using it, you don't want it to, you know, squeeze in your face. So never put the lime face. You don't want to put it in here. You want to put it like this. Always put it like this, face down. What I'm going to do is squeeze it, get it around. So now I got all the lime juice in there. Okay, so shake that up. And then from there, you're just going to mix everything together. The cilantro we're actually going to put in a pot later as well as with the butter. But now that we have this all together in one dish, as soon as that chicken comes out, we can throw in the mix. So the pan can be nice and hot and cook it up. Whew! Smells good already. I'm excited. And now that we have the chicken in for about 3 minutes in each side, I have this chicken from the side that I put in the pan. I use a separate plate compared to the one that had the raw chicken in because you don't want to get sick. So then it's going to add the chickens that are left in here. And before we put that sauce that we have on the side, I'm going to take the onions, put it in the pan with the same oils and cookings from the chicken while it's hot in the pan. Okay? So when the onions are in the pan, come on over. Onions in the pan. We cook it for about, I would say about 2 minutes, no more. And then we're going to add our seasoning to the side, our little mix that we made. We're going to add that to the pan. So stay tuned. In my kitchen, you would be super starving right now because all I smell is lime, lime, lime. I love it. I love chicken. So now we have onions in it that we're sauteing. And then remember how they had that sauce on the side? Let's stir this baby up. Stir it up a little bit more. Okay, so I put in extra lime. Now we're going to take this together. Now we're going to pour it in there. Okay, so now we're going to let that simmer in there for about 5 minutes. And then we're going to add some cilantro in the chicken. Whew, yummy. So this is our pot of a mix that we made. Right in here, you see how it's at a simmer. You know, you don't want the whole thing to simmer too much. If it is, then you'll turn it down. We have the chicken to the side. And then pretty soon, we want to put in our cilantro. Remember the cilantro, we want to put about 2 tablespoons. If you want to put more, go right ahead. It's a nice herb, but we want to put this in last. Alright, so now that we got this nice and in, we're going to take our cilantro, add it to it. Okay, and then you just want to stir that around in there. You know, this cooks very fast, so just a couple of stirs. And then leave that in there for about a minute. But while that's going in there, we're going to take our chickens. We can add it in piece by piece. And then we'll just do that all around. And then, yeah, it smells good. But the main thing is after you add in the chicken, the juices that were in the dish, you want to pour it in there because it has flavor. All right, and then mix that up. Like I said, only for a minute. And then pretty soon, we're going to put this baby in the oven. So this is our dish. I just put extra pieces of cilantro because I love cilantro. I just want to really flavor the chicken more. So we have that. Flames turned off. Open up your oven first. Take this, put it in the middle. 10 minutes. So 10 minutes, 375. Make sure everything's up in there. Yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy, party in my tummy. 10 minutes, I'm going to take this baby out. And yeah, hopefully you guys are killing it because my kitchen smells crazy up in here. All right, it's been 10 minutes. Woo! Make sure you get your pot holder. Pull this baby out. And there you go. There you go. Woo! It smells so good. So good. All I smell is lime and cilantro. Super good. Let it cool down for about 5 minutes and then chow down. I'm about to eat this. About what I preach. Anything I make, I eat. This is the chicken right here. Whew, smells super good. I'm about to do the taste test with you guys. So let's chow in a little bit. Got this big knife. Let's try it. It's super moist. If you see, like, all the oils are nice and juicy. And yeah, let's try it out. So good. So good with all the flavors. The red pepper flakes give it a nice spice. And cilantro and the lime and is just super, super, super savory. Super good. Well, I don't want to eat here the whole entire time while talking to you guys. Hope you guys enjoy my video. Any questions, feel free to message me. Post a comment below. Or follow my YouTube link right below. You know it. Have a great week. And make sure, always put yourself first. You are number one. Later.